Coming to you live from the It's Funny studios, I'm Doug.
I'm Greg.
And this is Mike.
And this is the It's Funny That Makes It Okay podcast. Hey, thanks for tuning in. You've got the podcast again. It is October 10th, Columbus Day.
Pushing the middle of October
I always
now.
think of Bugs Bunny whenever it's Columbus Day. Bugs a Bunny, who discovered America?
The world. She's around.
She's a flat like her head. Wham! Okay. Enough reminiscing about our child.
About Bugs Bunny. But
All
I mean,
right.
it just seems like, yesterday we were like saying, oh, it's the middle of August.
Yep.
And now we're 2 months later.
Oh, it's the middle of October.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's been
is.
gorgeous, though.
It has
is
been
beautiful.
nice. Yeah.
A little cooler, which I love.
Yep.
Awful nice.
Yep.
All right, so let's do a quick rundown tonight. We got a few things in the intro. I got one little thing. Greg's got a few. I don't know if Mike, you have any. Nothing. Then we're going to go into Mike has a quiz for me and Greg. Greg
Yes.
and I have to see if we know anything about the way the Gen Zs and millennials talk. He's got some terminology to see if we can figure out what they're talking about. I'm sure we'll do stellar. Then McDonald's has a new adult. I know. Stopped right there. Adult Happy Meal for.
Yeah, we can't go right
with
into
adult
this.
toys. So I don't know. We were trying to get one so that we could do a video unboxing of it. Haven't gotten it yet, but we will. We will do it. We're going to talk about cheating in the game, cheating in life. Do you ever cheat? We got a couple.
I'm going to cheat on
people.
Mike's game.
I'm going to cheat on this
What?
podcast. Then we're going to talk about some mental health days.
I need one from the podcast. I need a mental health day.
I think people think we are doing a mental health day during the podcast.
This is our mental
This is
health.
it. Talk about acting your wage. Is that a good or a bad thing? Maybe both. Maybe neither. And then
I try to act below my wage.
some exotic dancers are unhappy, and we're going to find out why.
Poor dancers.
Poor dancers. So there we go.
Poor dancers or pole dancers?
Do you want me to go first with mine?
Yeah,
Greg?
go right ahead.
All right. Mine is about McDonald's.
What?
It's not for me. This is a proxy gripe from my wife.
Ooh.
I'll see if you've ever encountered this one. Gee, this is a new one. This is something I had
Well,
never
it's got to
heard
be
of.
bad if it's a new one.
This
Yeah.
is a new one.
But when you think you can't be surprised, matter of fact,
That's
I'll have an
true.
update on a McDonald's
You might.
from previous.
This surprised me. This one surprised me because there's a lot like,
All
okay,
right.
I expect very little from McDonald's, but this one, and to be fairness, I
Setting
don't know
the
that
bar
it was
kinda higher
about
now.
the McDonald's as a franchise or more about the worker. It's more about the worker, but I'm just going to give you the experience. So she ordered from McDonald's. They're super busy. They said, "Can you pull up to one of these,
reserve spots that doesn't have a trash can
They
or
had multiple ones there.
a pallet
And
laying in it.
She said there was already like 3 people there. So she's like, okay. So she pulls up. She says she's waiting. And she said she's looking out the driver's window because that's kind of where, the door is and nobody ever comes out. Pretty soon there's a tap on the passenger side and it kind of startles. She's like, what? And there's a woman standing there. She's got a bunch of bags. And she's just looking at Misha, my wife, and my wife's like, and so my wife rolls down the window and she goes, yeah, did you have an order? She goes, yeah.
Pick
She goes-
one.
She said, what was it? She said it was, I don't know, like a cheeseburger and a small fry. And when she starts looking, opening them up, the bags, like, yep, here's yours. She's like,
Well, you know
okay,
it's going to
thanks.
be wrong anyway.
Okay,
so.
thank you. And she said, then the woman, she mumbled something, said something, and my wife's like, I didn't hear. She goes, I'm sorry. What did you say? I said I couldn't hear you. She goes, do you have a cigarette I can borrow?
Borrow.
My wife's like, a cigarette? Yeah. She goes, I don't smoke, so no. She goes, oh, I know. I was just kidding. And then walked away. I was like, what? I have never been. That's a new
Borrow.
one.
No, I have not had that
That is
one.
a new one. So there you go.
And
Not
I
only
don't
is
even,
your order
can
wrong,
I bum a cigarette? It's different I can
it.
borrow.
I'll give you the butt back later. Like, no, that's all right. You just keep it.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Greg. You don't know borrow is the new term.
Mission
That's
drive.
just what they say.
Mission drives by a couple days later, flick right into the car. Here's your cigarette back. Thanks, hon.
I told her, nope. She texted me all that. I said, that is new. I have never heard of that. So maybe it's like prison there. It's like the currency. Maybe I'd get my food better if I went up there and said, "Hey, I'll throw in 3 or 4 cigarettes for this too." What did I get me?
Mrs. got them rolled up in her sleeve.
Your drawn ink heart tattoo that says "Mom" on it.
Yeah. No, it's got MCD in it.
MCD. So that was it. That's all I had.
That's a good one. That's a good gripe. So an update from a previous, we've talked many times about the different items that they are putting in the drive-thrus that to block off a lane.
Yes.
The yellow slippery when wet sign.
Yes. That's my favorite.
Yes.
The orange cone.
The orange cone. The pallet.
The classic. Orange cone's the classic.
That is the classic.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's been a chair, a trash can. So Lori and I were in Gulf Shores, Alabama this week. And we went to McDonald's and we only did, the over under was what, 6?
I think it was 7.5.
Yeah.
No, we only did 4.
We'll have to take your word for it.
Lori would vouch for that. But we went to this one to get a drink. Say it.
No.
So we're sitting in the drive-thru, and it's like there's this big Dodge Power Wagon in front of me, a Ram or whatever, sitting in front, so I can't really see.
Well, you said Alabama. I just automatically, that is exactly what I assumed. You could have said there was a vehicle. I'm
probably a
Dodge
Confederate flag.
Shotgun in the window.
Yeah, but it's sitting there, and it's like the line that's going slow, and I can tell there's 2 drive-thrus up there. And I go to Lori goes, "You want me to jump out and look?" And I said, "Yeah, I jump out and look and see what." And she got ready to, but then the truck moved. So I inched forward and I could see right around the corner, the second drive-thru window. No one was in it. And there were 2 4-wheel carts blocking that lane. It's like, so it's nationwide. This is not just local, So now I want to go find out what all they're putting to block their drive-thru lanes.
Yeah, that's a good one. 4-wheel cart, like the kind you'd push in, like you're unloading a truck, you throw it on a dolly type thing that push it.
Yeah, it's got the platform with 4 wheels and then
about 4 foot long with a handle on one end.
Yeah, that you could
I
pull.
can see at Menards or something to take material in and out of the building or whatever. Okay.
So yeah. Now so Gulf Shores, Alabama. Keeping right up with Illinois.
Talking about this, we're missing the mark. I think we need to market a closed, some kind of a device that they can put out there that say that's closed and sell it to all these McDonald's.
Maybe a kiosk. Put the kiosk out there.
Well, I'm not even sure
maybe a robot. Stop.
I don't even think they'd be able to put the correct thing out there, honestly. The manager's like, "Hey, go put the device out there." Oh, darn it, they did the cart again. We needed that cart.
Maybe you should just go back to 1, because that seems to be the big issue. It's they can't man 2.
Yeah. So just tear those back out, because
take them out.
We're not going to use them anyway. So
we're done.
I don't know. But anyway, so that's an update on that. Now, real quick, couple things here. My gripe this week, McDonald's is pretty high up there in the, of companies, big companies. Well, I'm going against another big one, Facebook. My gripe this week with Facebook is every time I go in and read somebody's story, the comments say most relevant. It doesn't, just give me all comments. Why are they putting most relevant? How do they know what's most relevant to me?
That's what they'll say. Most relevant to who? To Facebook?
Yeah.
Here's what we think you should know.
It's like, so
Thank
I go
you,
and
Mark
click.
Zuckerberg. Why don't you just put them all and I'll decide what I should know and what I shouldn't know.
Yeah. Which is I go click all comments then, and I got to do that every time I go into a story I want to read. And it's like, yeah, most relevant.
You think that'd be a setting you could click one time, like just show me
there's
these
not.
all the time?
Nope, there's not. So then the other thing is too.
I like to. I have seen that too before, Greg, and I don't know if you guys have caught it or not, but depending on what story you're reading, the comments when you pop them open, they're blank. And if you try to filter through, even though you can see at the bottom, it'll tell you how many likes and comments there are. There will be comments on there, plenty, but I can't always get the comments to show up. Depending on what story I'm reading.
Yeah, whatever they want.
Interpret that what you will.
It's still most relevant.
Yeah.
To you.
Yeah.
I've said it with air quotes. It's most relevant. But then my other thing is with my news feed. I used to gripe about this before, it not being in most recent order. I get one from 3 minutes ago, then I get one from 3 days ago, and then I get one from 2 days ago, and then another one from 5 minutes ago. And then it's like, why they used in the app, I don't know if it's still the same on the web page, but in the app, in the iOS app, there used to be under the settings, you could go in there and click most recent and it would put your news feed in most recent. Now I had to do it every time, but at least it would put it in. Well, they got rid of that button. So now I can't put them in most recent order, even if I want to. It's what you see is what, if I slide down, it'll repopulate, but you never know what order. It's like roulette, man.
Well, it's like the comments. It's just most relevant.
Yeah. It's like driving me up the wall. It's like just.
I know in groups you can manually sort that like in a group for your group posts.
Yeah.
I don't know about the main page.
I mean, there's no button anymore to hit most recent and just have it be in most. So if anybody out there knows, feel free to make a comment and let me know. The other thing, this is another gripe with Roku and smart TVs. We were on vacation, as I said, and you could find every streaming channel known to man. But there was a hurricane going on in Florida, and we weren't that far from it. And it's like, I kind of wanted to see the local news. Trying to get the local news on that stupid smart TV, or maybe I'm the stupid one, but I could not find the local channels on that TV. And when I went to go to NBC, I clicked NBC and it said link account. So I had to put in my Xfinity login to be able to link to that account. Then I had to go through multi-factor authentication and have it send a text to my phone to prove who I am, just to get to the stupid local channel so that I could kind of see what was going on with the hurricane. So.
Yeah, I have a Roku smart TV too, but it doesn't give you local. If you want local channels, you have to use the antenna. You can't use.
How do you get to that?
To the antenna?
Yeah.
Well,
that's usually your TV remote.
Well, so the Airbnb Roku, did not leave us a TV remote. I had the Roku remote is all I had.
Oh, yeah. See, on ours, I have to hit the like input and go to antenna, and then I'll get my local channels, or I go to input and go to the Roku.
Doug goes to antenna and he's getting 50s and 60s shows.
His life was much better.
He's got to go over and move him a little bit. Yeah. Hold it right there.
What's
That's
happening
good.
with the beaver tonight?
But so, yeah, and it's funny. So I just out of curiosity, this was kind of a rabbit trail, but I went up because I was thinking, as I was sitting there thinking about all these shows I've got, because Lori and I were like, what do you want to watch? And we were trying to figure out something to watch. I just went and did a quick Google search. According to the web, now these numbers could be off a little bit. There are 200 streaming services.
Yeah, I believe it.
Which gives us access to 817,000 shows.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
So when you're sitting there thinking about, what do I want to watch? You got 817,000 possibilities that you could choose from.
Well, yeah, I mean, just the network shows alone, think of how much variety there are on those. And then each of the streaming platforms have multiple exclusive shows, just to their platforms.
Yeah.
I believe it.
It's gotten insane. I mean, and I admit it. I'm getting what I asked for because back when I had just cable, I said, why do I got to pay for these stupid shopping networks and stuff? I wish they would break this down so I could choose what I want. Well, I got that plus some.
See, I railed against that. I said, this is not going to work. My dad was big into, just pick the channels. I said, what they're going to do is they're going to break it down, and each channel is going to cost you more than what the bundle is. The bundle that you get everything that you gripe about, yes, but you get them all. And you know what? You can set up your guide to get rid of those. You don't have to see every channel on there. You can do my favorites and just see those. Nope. And now,
well, I can't find local channels, so for me to set up my favorites is probably out the window too. But
the annoying thing is too with those streaming things is like there's just one or two things that kind of keep you around. Maybe one of them.
Yeah.
It's like,
I really want that particular show, but I don't know.
I don't want the whole. Yeah, it's like I don't want the whole thing, but there might be a couple things that keep you around on it.
When I saw that number, I was like, "That's why I can't find a show I want."
Over the last 12
I get
months,
overloaded.
I've been thinning my streaming stuff down to almost nothing now.
You're probably down to 480,000.
I might be. I do have the Roku, and I only do free from now on. I have Netflix because it's included with my phone plan, and I've gotten rid of every other streaming thing that is out there. I had Disney Plus. I got rid of it. We had a couple other ones. I got rid of those. And as soon as my Xfinity contract is up, I'm going to be probably getting rid of that as well. I just don't.
You got to have internet though to do it.
I'll just get internet.
Unless you're going to do antenna internet.
Probably won't be
have it come over the airwaves.
Yeah. No, I'll have to do some kind of internet, but I'm not going to do the big cable packages or anything.
Doug will be like, I'm getting 56K downloads.
That's right.
Going back to dial-up.
Actually, my phone has unlimited data, 5G, and I could use it as a hotspot.
Yeah.
If I wanted to.
Yeah. So there's that. But then the very last thing, and I'll try to make this quick, is while we're on vacation, Lori and I are out in the pool floating around, and we're talking to this gal that's there, and she was telling us kind of her life and what she does. Well, turns out she's a life coach. And she was there with her client. Her client took her on a vacation. But what we found funny is she kept talking about her client. And we're like, oh, where's your client? Oh, she's out in the ocean. She goes, I'm not going out in the ocean with her.
Oh, my God.
And then she kept listing all these things. Her client, she's like super active and into all this stuff. It's like, you're not really doing much coaching, are you? It's like, I think you're just here for a free vacation on your client's dime. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get the whole life coach thing. I don't.
Maybe I need one.
It says I just looked up the definition. It's a type of wellness professional who helps people make progress in their lives in order to attain greater fulfillment. So I guess technically, the life coach doesn't have to do anything as long as they get you to do stuff.
Yeah.
And feel fulfilled.
I mean, she's down at so it seemed like the client was doing more than the life coach was.
Which in her defense, she would say, that's exactly what I'm doing. I am successful now.
Yeah. I mean, as we're sitting there in the pool, the gal finally came up from the ocean and she walks up to the life coach and she says, would you like something to drink from the bar? Then she runs over, buys it, comes over, hands it to her in the pool.
Okay, I have got to become a life coach.
Yeah. See, my life coach would be Bobby Knight. I'd be getting hit with chairs and stuff. And come on, Greg.
Yeah, this sounds. I think this sounds like a sweet gig.
Yeah. So maybe we should become life coaches for
I
up and coming podcasters.
Our wives would be thrilled about us going on vacation with people. But
yeah,
maybe if they saw the checks coming in.
My client's taking me on vacation down to Gulf Shores.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be a thing. Like if I ever did that, I know he passed, would be like Arlie Army or something as a life coach. Yeah. It's like
drop and give me 50.
Yeah. What seems to be your major malfunction, maggot? I didn't know they stack crap that high.
Best part of you. Oh, never. Yeah.
I'm just trying to be better.
I am trying to be better.
So it's just interesting as we talk to her, and she's she's talking about all of her expensive clients and all this kind of stuff that she had going on. Oh yeah, I go to Texas and I think you're taking a lot of vacations.
Back to Arlie Army. Texas. You know what? Two things come from. Don't say it. Don't say it. Can't say that one anymore. Can't say that one anymore, Arlie. You got to stop.
So, anyways.
Kind of reminds me of like the people who would do the dog or pet counseling. Kind of reminds me of those people. We talked about that before.
Except the pet probably isn't taking you on vacation.
Yeah, no.
You have to go to their house while they go on vacation. We need you to come over and counsel.
Yeah, they have no fun.
So basically you find somebody that's real insecure and you tell them, I'm a life coach. How much money do you have? Oh, yeah, I'm a life coach.
Yeah. And I think your first act should be we should go to Florida or Gulf Shores and have a vacation. And I'll coach you on it.
I don't know. See, you need to get out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone would be, I don't want to take the stranger on vacation. We got to push those boundaries, get you to do things, feel fulfilled. I know I'll be fulfilled.
Yeah, and the client was like, well, where do you want to go for dinner tonight? It's like, yeah, she's just footing the bill for all of it.
She's like waiting on them hand and foot.
It's like, what a gig, man. I'll throw out some, knowledge for free vacations and free meals.
Maybe I should go with them and I would serve as like the bad example. Ooh, every time they go do
Hey,
something.
you see this guy?
I take my shirt off. They're like, oh, I got to go to the gym. I'm going to put this donut down. Hey, donut! I'll grab it, take it from them.
Well, in this particular, and I don't know this woman, so I can't. So I'm not breaching any confidence here. But she was talking, and she's
Feel
like,
free to say whatever you want. You don't know her.
we would be like, where were you from? And she's like, well, I just moved.
The life coach or the
life coach?
Okay.
She's like, well, I'm living in, I think it was Nashville. I'm living in Nashville now. She goes, I felt that was where I needed to be. My family didn't feel that way. So she left her husband and kid and went to Nashville. This is a life coach? You up and left your husband and kids and you're living in Nashville?
Maybe she is a bad example.
And you're coaching people?
I don't know.
Yeah. It was very interesting. I mean, she was nice enough. I mean, I'm not ripping on her personality
She
or anything.
thought
But
she had another client here.
maybe I should
Where
find
do you
her.
live?
Oh, so I'm sorry that went a little long, but that gets you updated
2 months from now.
From my
Greg's
vacation.
not with the podcast right now. He's with his life coach on vacation.
He's paying for it. Ah!
The life coach said he needed a third pillow room, so
That's right.
he's upgraded.
And a heavier weighted blanket.
Yes.
Oh, you got to
Hey,
face the weight.
we're almost to weighted blanket season again.
Oh, jeez.
It's getting colder out.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, that's all I got.
Moving on. All right, Mike. Well, let's see what this quiz is. What is so?
All right.
You're going to ask us stuff, and we got to try to figure it out.
So we are going to be taking a look at some modern language here. And Doug, you had a story about how this came up, right? Some slang was thrown around.
Well, my wife, where she works at a college.
Oh, so this wasn't the smoker at the McDonald's.
No.
Okay, all right.
No. My wife works at the college, and kids are they're saying things, and even like they'll say something, and like now the Gen Zers, now some of them work in her office. And they'll say something, and now the college students are like, "Oh, that's old." And so they're like, well, welcome to the club, Gen Zer, because now you're old."
Yeah.
Or millennial. The Gen Zers are calling the millennials old.
So in out of transparency, I maybe knew half of these. To be honest with you guys. So we're gonna go for this here. So
You could be my life coach then if you know half of them.
You'll have to catch the drip, Greg. Come on. So let's just go for it.
All right.
I'm going to
let's
throw
try it.
out a word, and then you guys just want to take a shot?
Sure.
Okay. We're going to start off, I think, pretty simple. So I'm going to go with the ones that I hope will be a little bit easier.
Oh, you're expecting a lot, but go right ahead.
All right. What does it mean when you're talking about fit?
Fit?
Yeah. FIT.
Well,
Now, I can use it in a sentence if you want, but some of that's going to be a giveaway for some of these.
yeah. Fit.
A hot person. Hot, attractive.
Yeah, I was going to say in shape.
Close, but not really. It's talking about an outfit. Your fit is your outfit.
Oh, so we took the out off of fit.
If you're rocking a certain fit, it's like, I'm going with the, I don't know, the punk fit today or something.
What if you're throwing a fit?
Well, you can do that, I suppose. So a fit, that's referring to your outfit.
My outfit.
Outfit.
So
there we go. I'm writing these down so I can use them later
do you know how you say that? I mean, does it come with a certain tone or?
Well, I can.
Man, Greg, I love your fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That fit is on point. Do you have a hot date or something?
Yeah, in my St. Louis Cardinals t-shirt.
He's got
No
the
cards.
Fit. Greg's got the fit. How about low key? Low key.
Well, that's my daughter's dog's name. Oh, that's low key. Low key.
Not the comic book character or Norse god or whatever.
Low
It's
key. See,
low dash key.
So are we leaving off any parts of words this time?
Low key.
Low key.
I mean, I know what I know
Right,
what low key
yeah.
is, but it can't be that. So, means kind of slumming it in your dress. Man, you look low key, Greg.
So a dress thing.
You're dressing down. You're not dressing up. So you wouldn't be wearing your tux, your baby blue tux with the powder blue tux that you own.
No, it wouldn't be that. I'm going to say it has something to do with social media, like you're you're keeping, it's kind of what the real, what I would think would be the real one, but you're kind of keeping it low on social media.
Both kind of there. It says, when your teen wants to express a feeling or desire without coming on too strong, they may throw out the adjective low-key to help downplay it. So the example that they give is, says, they're announcing who made varsity today, and I'm low-key freaking out.
Low-key freaking out.
I wouldn't know what that meant.
Can you low-key freak out? Because freak out to me implies, and low-key is like, I'm low-key freaking out.
Well, they want to express that they're freaking out, but they don't want to come too strong about freaking out. So low-key freak out. It's a minor freak out. So that's low-key. How about savage?
I'm low-key about my fit.
Oh, Greg is dropping them over here. He's pulling them out. What about savage?
I'd say that is like cool. It's something hot. You like it.
What was the word?
Greg's fit
savage.
is savage. Greg's fit is savage.
Savage. Hairstyle.
It says the exact meaning may vary, but savage, like dope or fierce, is definitely a compliment. A teen may call their friend savage for a particularly well done insult or retort.
I got that one.
Something or doing something savage shows bravery or a total lack of care or fear.
I used to say fierce all the time. I'd say something fierce.
Something savage now.
something
savage.
Something savage. You're fit, like you said.
All right, here's
can your fit be savage and you be low key about it?
You be low key savage.
Fit.
I think so. Your fit could be low key savage. That's gonna be the challenge at the end of this. We're gonna have to put all
use them all in a
sentence.
sentence.
Oh my gosh! All right.
So here's another one. When it hits different, it hits different.
When it hits different, it
means you have a strong feeling about it.
Okay, hits different.
Greg's Savage outfit. Greg's Savage fit just hits different.
Hits.
I say that
different.
when I'm low key.
The McDonald's drive-through cigarettes just hit different.
I think McDonald's just hits different. Hits different. Yeah, against the grain or not,
So it
normal.
says when something hits different, it is significantly better than usual. So it says
So McDonald's would not.
No.
Well, it does hit different, just not, I think, in this
Not in a good way.
Yeah. It says a nap on a cold, rainy afternoon just hits different. All right. Let's go with, let's see here.
Well, the trash can in the drive-through versus the pallet, that hits different.
It hits different. How about sleep on? Like you
Sleep on?
Sleep on. I'll kind of give you the example for this one. It says, this is a weird example. It says, don't sleep on that new guidance counselor. I heard she used to be a backup dancer for Doja Cat.
Don't underestimate.
Somebody just said that to me yesterday.
Don't underestimate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says don't overlook its importance or value. So you don't want to sleep on Greg's savage low-key fit.
No.
That's right.
It hits different. Okay, so
It does hit different.
Let's do a couple acronyms now. Let's see. So we know the typical ones, right? But now we're on to whole new acronyms. WYA. WYA.
Wipe your... Oh.
I think that's probably the appropriate one.
WYA. What you after?
Man, I don't even... I have no idea.
Where you at?
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
Feel free to use this the next time your team breaks curfew. WYA, get home now.
Where'd you get this? What website is this? Dope Mom or
I'm
something?
low. I'm low.
It's more or less a website. It's kind of like the teen slang for dummies.
Okay.
Something like that.
Get home now, WYA. I'm low-key freaking.
It's lifecoachforteens.com.
Oh,
Sorry,
life
I'm out
coach.
so late, but my fit just hit different, so I couldn't come home.
Let's do another acronym. This one's a little bit longer. IYK IYK. IYK. YK.
I think I know this one. If you know, you know.
Yep.
Yep.
Doug,
I had the
knew.
if you know, but I didn't know what the second part was.
If you know, you know. Here's another one.
What if you don't know?
Then you just don't know. Where you at, Greg?
Would that be IDK?
IYD. Yeah. Here's another. How about drip? When somebody's
Drip.
talking about their drip, what's their drip?
Their drip.
Well, it's two older guys. That means something completely different. I usually go to the doctor for that one. Is this an acronym?
No. This
Okay.
is we're back to words now.
Okay, because I'm like DRIP. Oh, no. This
No.
is,
Drip.
we're talking about their drip. My drip.
That's about how you'd use it, honestly.
My drip. My drip is strong.
Some would even say
drink.
savage.
Their drink.
Drink?
Yeah.
Okay.
Taking a leak. My drip game is savage.
You'd hope that'd be flow.
Oh, well, maybe
I
that's...
said at our age, it's a drip.
There. So if it wasn't confusing enough with fit, drip is also a synonym for style.
Oh, fuck.
But this one is particularly fashionable or sexy kind of style.
My drip is not fit. My fit is not drip.
So it says the equivalent of this one. It says if millennials had swag, Gen Z has drip.
I got drip fit.
What's Boomer's got?
I don't know.
No drip.
Spats.
That's right. Charleston.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's go to some other ones here. Do a few more. How about this one? Bussin.
Bussin?
Bussin?
BUSSIN apostrophe. You're bussin'.
Bussin.
You're driving your friends.
That's kind of where I was.
guess.
That's where I was thinking.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's my side hustle in the gig economy, like taking people on with Lyft and.
Oh, that'd be a good guess. So actually, it's in reference to when something is really, really good, often relating to food. If you're eating a really great meal, you could say, this pizza bussin'.
This McDonald's not bussin'.
No. But if it's really good, you can double it up. It says, wow, this pizza really bussin'.
Or you can triple bus.
Pretty soon you're bussin'.
Sounds like a cussing.
Oh my gosh. Here's a good one. Chuggy.
Chuggy. That sounds like something from the 50s.
So it's CHEUGY. Chuggy.
CHEW?
CHEUGY. Chuggy.
Chuggy.
And it had to give me the pronunciation so I know how to say
Chuggy.
this.
That's chuggy. Oh man, chuggy. I'm trying to even think what it would be like.
Yeah. I'm going to say it goes back to clothes again, but it's not good. It's sloppy.
I'm going to say it's a great hairstyle. Ooh. Man, I love your chuggy. I don't know.
It says chuggy has basically come in to replace basic. So if somebody's basic, they're not really unique. They don't have a lot of style. They don't have a lot of drip.
So they could almost go to sloppy fit, sloppy fit.
Chuggy and basic, it says, are kind of interchangeable.
Basic.
It's bad when they say it replaces another word that they say, and I'm like, I don't know what that one means.
Yeah. Basic, I kind of like.
Basic is just like, you're just kind of running the mill. You don't got a lot of personality about you. You're just basic. So now instead of being basic, now you've been demoted to chuggy.
So now instead of programming in Visual Basic, I'm programming in Visual Chuggy.
Yeah. Start using that along your clients.
I'm writing this in Visual Chuggy. That's VC. Not to be confused with C#.
Here's a good one. Ate that.
Ate?
Like, Greg, you just ate that.
ATE?
You ate that. ATE that.
Ate that. See,
I'd
it
say
sounds
it's a-
like a. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say it sounds like a fail when you fail at something. Oh, you just ate that. You failed at it.
See, that's what my mind thought. Then I got thinking it's probably the opposite.
Probably.
Like it's a good thing. Like you tore it up. You did good. I don't know the right word, but yeah, good. You did well.
Greg, you are spot on. Greg ate that one up.
Ate that.
So
My
it says
style
this
and
one.
fit.
You're not chuggy anymore, Greg. Good job. You're not chuggy. Greg ate that up.
I just went beyond chuggy.
It says this essentially refers to someone doing a great job. For example, if someone is performing a very impressive dance, not only would it be bussin', but when they're done, you might turn to your friend and say, they ate that.
No, hold on. It says bussin' was really good food? Or was it just
my
really
joke.
good?
I just threw that in there.
Oh, see, I put food down.
So bussin' was just good.
Really good.
Well, bussin' was really
And
good.
bussin's really, really good.
Bussin' is really good, but it says it's often, but not always, in reference to food.
Ah.
You
But-
were bussin', and you ate that.
That's right. Ate that is
Ate
just
that bussin'.
ate that is just a great job, regardless of.
Yeah, whether
Whatever's
it's bussin' or
happening.
not.
Well, let's see. Maybe we can do one more. There's still some good ones on here. How about we do it sent me or sending me? They're both in the same context.
Sent me or sending me?
Sent me or sending me?
Blew my mind.
Something is so overwhelming emotionally. You say, oh, that sent me.
Yeah, you guys are basically right. It says, for example, if you happen to find a video that you or see a video that you found hilarious, you could say, "Man, that really sent me." So I think it's just kind of that.
Didn't they write a song in the 50s about that? You send me?
emotion.
Yep, darling, you send me.
They were sent back in the 50s.
They were. It all comes back around.
It does.
Here's
They weren't chuggy, though.
maybe one more. Let's see, what does it mean if you're caught in 4K? You're caught in 4K.
You're caught on a video camera, or you're caught in video.
Kind of like red-handed. They got the good. You're busted.
Exactly. You were caught red-handed with video evidence.
So we kind of combine them both.
And then can you guys guess where most of these originate now? Where they come from? What
TikTok.
Social
Yep.
media.
TikTok specifically.
It's got to
So
be.
there you go. There's some lingo for you.
Mike,
guys.
you ate that segment. That was busted.
Yeah. Yeah. I am low key.
Yeah.
Loki Savage.
IYKYK. So
That's
There
right.
you go.
I was waiting for Fleek.
We'll see it.
That's
You probably know,
that's
you
old
probably
now.
know that. Yeah, and that one's a little bit old. So.
See, save some of those. So we,
Oh, yeah, there's,
we have another one. We can do it later.
I like it. Yeah.
There's plenty to go around. It passed the vibe check for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we ready? Okay.
Let's go on.
Well, McDonald's is offering a new meal. So, how can we
I
get
have a little pamphlet about it.
how can we get more adults to come and eat here?
I think we should start by blocking off
The first thing we want to try, if somebody said that, is how about an adult Happy Meal? With a toy. Because, who doesn't want to go to McDonald's to get their adult toy?
Yeah. That was the first thing in my mind. It's like, what kind of toy are they putting in an adult meal?
I think, is this a Grimace? I don't know what this is.
I'm sure it's not bussin'.
No.
I've already got this one.
Yeah. I want the boy toy.
Hold on. They're going to mess that up. If
Well,
you ask for the
everybody's
boy
gonna ask
toy.
that. When I take my grandkids, it's what you want, the girl toy
I
or the
know.
boy toy?
And then what does that mean? What's coming in the box? I don't know what's in the box with a boy toy.
And is it going to be in that little plastic display over
Oh,
on the
I
side?
hope not. I hope not.
Starts vibrating.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's just. Yeah, I don't know what's in the. I don't know what the boy toy or the girl toy is, but no. So they have these adult box meals at McDonald's.
Yes, the cactus
geez.
plant flea market
Which I
box.
don't even understand that. I don't know. It says it's a streetwear brand embraced
I
by the
thought
likes
maybe
of
you got a
Kanye
little
West
cactus
and Pharrell
plant in
Williams.
there or something.
No, it looks like it's just. I was wanting to try to find some, but they're weird. I saw a picture of them. They're just weird dolls.
Well,
I don't know. Are they a bobblehead?
It's like gives me double vision because they have two sets of eyes on them.
Yeah,
I don't understand
who
that.
is wanting. Who wants to? Well, we're going to try to find them, and we got to see what they are.
Yeah, it messes with my vision when I look at it.
It says here a Happy Meal style offering package with one of 4. This is their bizarre little figurines.
Yeah.
Yay! Let's go to McDonald's.
See, if they had put like a little trash can and a pallet and a cone, I'd take
McDonald's
that.
playset.
Yeah. Build your own little McDonald's from the
little Hot
adult
Wheels,
meal.
Little angry man inside there. Oh, look, he didn't get his meal.
Somebody flicking a cigarette on somebody or asking to bum one, I guess.
Yeah, they have a little cactus buddy, the 4-eyed smiley face mascot for Cactus Plant Flea Market. I don't even know what Cactus Plant Flea Market. I guess it's a clothing.
I've never heard of it.
Clothing brand.
I'm sure it's a great fit, though.
It says it's a streetwear brand. So I guess.
The thing that really gets me about this is, okay, it's the Cactus Plant Flea Market box. Choose your meal. Big Mac or 10-piece chicken McNuggets, medium fries, and a drink. Isn't that like the combo number 1 for the Big Mac? It's like, so the only additional thing is this weird little toy that's in it. Otherwise, it's just a combo meal. I mean, one of the regular ones.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the point of this is. I just don't know. Are their sales slumping? They're like, how do we get more people?
Yeah, I was thinking when I saw adult meal, maybe they're throwing a beer in there with it or something. It's like
maybe
Mike take it home, having the shower. The beer, you don't want to take the Big Mac with you, obviously.
I'm not going to be doing that.
The Mick beer.
Gross.
I got the Mick IPA. I didn't want the Mick
that
IPA.
sounds disgusting.
Darn it, they gave me the wrong one.
Oh my gosh.
Or you could get the McShot.
Yeah.
You need that to be at the McDonald's. God.
I don't know. It's very limited edition though. So much so that you couldn't get one tonight because we were going to.
Well, they didn't even have it. Like it wasn't even like an option. It's not that they were sold out. It's like no, none of them up here. I saw them down around St. Louis. I didn't see any up here. There probably are. We'll have to look.
I like it says
because I want us to get one. We gotta have one.
Yes. On the box it says mystery inside.
Oh, I bet there is.
Can you collect all 4? So yeah, that's the whole deal is go get these little toys. And people will go crazy and they'll do it. And
Greg and Lori are driving. Greg, can we go to McDonald's? Can we go to McDonald's? No. We're going home, Greg. I don't want to go home. I want my cactus meal toy. I want my adult toy from McDonald's.
I don't know. It's a very weird thing.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Let's talk cheating.
Okay.
You ever cheat in a game or have you ever cheated in a game? Like you're playing games. You're playing a game against whatever. And we used to have game nights.
Only against my grandkids.
Yeah.
They deserve it, to be honest. You got to teach them young.
That's
Life
right.
is unfair and everybody's against you. And they're going to cheat and you're going to lose.
Well, I was trying to help Caden cheat that one time. We were playing Uno. You remember that? And he was trying to stack cards. I was like, but then he called himself out. And I was like, no, Caden, you don't want to call yourself out.
Yeah, you don't admit to cheating.
Right. So you want to, I'm trying to help him the one time cheat, but.
Well, thank you for helping him.
Well, he called himself out. I was like, no, Caden, if you're going to cheat, look, you got to do it the right way.
Look, I will say that
You got to be smart about it.
I probably have cheated at some point. I can't think of a time.
I can't
did.
either.
I don't like it. I'm a rules follower. I like rules. I enforce the rules to the detriment. I will even say people get mad at me for that reason.
Me and my brother would cheat all the time in games when we were younger.
Oh yeah.
Whatever card game or board game we were playing. Yeah.
No, we got to watch Mike when we're playing
one-up.
Settlers of Catan. He's probably over there cheating.
Probably is. Every time I play that game,
can't
I come
ever
in
win that
dead.
game.
I come in dead last every time. Every time. I don't care. I've tried I try all kinds of strategy. Whatever strategy I use, it doesn't work. I get all of one, whatever. I get all wood or all sheep or all brick. If you don't play Catan, none of this is going to make any sense to you. But
Mike, I think you won last time, didn't you?
I don't. I've won that maybe once out of 20 something times.
I've won it 0.
So you're not a good cheater.
I don't try as hard anymore. So
yeah.
Me and my brother used to get into fights over Sorry, the board game Sorry.
Oh.
My brother would get so mad at me because I will play, and you know how you go around the board, and when you get close to home, you can go up into the safe zone where you can't get. Well, I would get close to that point, and if I got an 11, instead of moving my pieces, I would switch with him. Even if it made that I would be further away just to bump him out of the play. I would go, and if I got a Sorry, I would switch with him. I just would just do everything I could just to screw him. He would be winning, and I said, "You're winning, but you're not playing fair." I said, the rule says I can either move 11 spaces or switch with anyone on the board, and I'm going to switch with you. But that makes you would be closer where you're. It doesn't matter. I don't have to move. I can switch. He would get so
you
mad.
really weren't cheating.
No,
You just
no, I was just being a jerk. Now my wife, I should have cleared this
go ahead.
story. But we went over to my cousin's house, and her husband was playing board games, and we played Scrabble. This was probably
I think everybody cheats at Scrabble, though.
This was one of the biggest fights I think I've ever been in with my wife.
Wow.
Yes. And up to this point, like my cousins, and they all, and she is sweet and nice and kind and loving, and she gives, but they'd never seen the dark side.
Not the cigarettes. She doesn't give the cigarettes.
They've never seen the dark side like I have. I have seen the dark side. Well, they saw it that night. They both were like, it got real quiet. We're playing Scrabble, okay? Sorry about that. My throat was a little dry. She put down a word, and she goes, "Do we have a dictionary?" I'm like, "Yeah, there's one over there." She goes, "Well, give it to me because I want to see if this is a real word." I was like, No.
You can't do it before.
You can't do that. She goes, "But I don't know. I think this is a word." But I said, "Well, that's the game. Play it. Say that's your turn. And then it'll either stand or somebody will challenge you. And if it's not, we'll pull the tile off and you lose your turn." Well, that's stupid. I'm like, she goes, "I don't want to see what the definition is. I just want to see if it's a word." I said, that's the game. You can't check if it's the word. We got in this huge argument. She goes, "Just take your stupid game." Pushes the board over, the tile move around. My cousin's like, "Oh my God." I'm like, yeah. So that's always the joke now. But yeah, my wife wanted to use the dictionary. I said, that is the game. That's the whole game. I put it down what I think's a word. You challenge it. If it's not, I pull my tile. And
right.
I lose my turn. She was not happy.
Yeah. But yeah, that is the game. I think I'm sure I cheated with my brothers when I was growing up.
I'm sure.
I mean, we'd play games. We'd get into fights over games. But yeah, as an adult, no, I can't say I cheat at games. I mean, I like a fair game.
Nope.
Except next time we play Catan, me and you will have some under the table agreements.
Maybe, yeah. Like, if I'm needing rock really bad, I know where to go.
Yeah, that's right.
I had people get mad at me too over categories. Because my sister-in-law would play, and it would be like things at a beach, and she'd go down. It would be like, and she'd put, I don't remember exactly the names.
Beach towel.
But it would be like for Greg. Like what? There's a guy, Greg, at the. I said, no. You cannot. And she would like, I said, okay, I'll tell you what. If you can find me right now a Greg at the beach, I will give it to you. I could just say anything then. Jill or Gina or whatever. You
They wouldn't be at the beach. Greg would, though.
I think these are items found at the beach. I said, let's take a vote. And people were, they're all saying, I don't want to start. I don't want to have a big argument over it. And so they all vote. I voted no, and I would say, one. Did not make.
I would vote no with you on that one.
Like no, that is not an item at the beach.
Because, it's like Cliff Clavin
Yeah.
on Cheers.
Those 3 people have never been in my kitchen.
Yeah. He was on Jeopardy, so we won't have to relive that. But
It is like that.
yeah.
So anyway, that was all. I don't know. Did you have anything else or? Well, the reason I brought that up because there is a guy who accused another person of cheating in the game of chess. A grandmaster accused this young guy of cheating.
How does one cheat in chess?
Well, that is a good. This might tie in with the McDonald's adult meals with the adult toys.
I was thinking the guy maybe got that robot arm to play for him.
Well, this is even weirder. It says that he is accusing this person of using vibrating anal beads, which I didn't even know was a thing.
I don't know what one of those is.
Or it says beads.
Beads, yeah.
How many is a string of them? I don't know. But he said that he accused him of doing that, and which I don't even understand how that works. But supposedly they go up there and it has some signal that it vibrates certain ways that would tell like what piece to move, how many pieces.
Yeah, he had it programmed into a computer to
he did?
simulate the game.
Well, that I didn't even know.
I read it's in the article. He's to like simulate the game. And so, like when it
Somebody's got to be
vibrates,
doing that though, right? Because he has to put what the other guy's move was.
I don't
right?
know. Maybe,
So
maybe he revibrates it back. What are you doing over there? I have to go to the restroom.
Oh boy!
But okay, first,
I
this
have no
seems
idea
like an
how it works.
overcomplicated setup to me. It just seems like a difficult game to use. I could understand if it was like yes, no questions or something. One buzz for yes, 2 buzzes for no. It's like, all right, well, first I'm going to give you 1 buzz for a pawn, 2 buzzes for a rook. I'm pretty certain I'm up to like 17 buzzes. I got to count that.
Then I don't know.
Got to tell me,
am I going left or right?
Well, that's going to have some buzzing for going forward, left or right. Some of them go diagonal. I don't even know how that one works. Maybe
or
that's
like
the multiple beads.
The horse, it's like out, 1 over. Yeah. Out, 1 over.
Well, the bishop can go. What about the queen?
Oh,
queen goes every which way she wants. What is happening?
And you're like, wait, was that 4 or 5? 4 or 5? I could one of them was maybe a little too long, or one of them short. What does
like
it mean?
Morse code?
Yeah. What does it mean?
They had to come up with this. Not only that, you have to practice. I mean, you can't just go in cold. Like, all right, here we go. Shove them in. Start buzzing me.
Yeah, this takes some pre-thought.
How bad do you want? How much money?
It was $350,000 for the grand prize.
That's not enough. That's not enough.
Yeah.
Like we've had this. This has to be life-changing money.
Yes.
I mean, this has to be.
I'd take $350,000.
Not for this.
No.
Right? I don't
No.
want to speak for you.
No.
Okay. Because somebody out there might be listening, like, oh, for 350, Greg, no, I'm not, do not solicit me for this. It will take way more money than that. 2 million? You're getting closer.
For 2 million, I'm at that point at 2 million.
I'd have to take the S.
I'm already at that point.
I'd have to take the S off the beads for that much. 1? How many are we talking here? I mean, there's a number on both sides now. A number on the check.
Well,
and a number going inside.
I still don't understand beads.
I don't either.
You're supposed to move to shoot out, or it's like boop boop. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't. And again, I don't know how he came up with this whole elaborate scheme and then testing it and everything else. It's crazy. So I don't know. I thought that was crazy. Very crazy story. It seemed very odd.
Could you use that for other games or sports or baseball pitcher?
The active sport.
So our next game night in Catan could be like, woo! Oh, what is happening? Nothing.
Two roads.
I need break. All right. Greg, that's the 3rd game you've won tonight. Don't worry, I'm paying for it. I don't know if this is worth it.
I'm trying to imagine somebody playing like golf or something, like soccer or something.
Yeah.
It seems like it would be difficult to play those kind of games.
Trying to run around and
I feel like you need to be seated, still, stationary.
Yeah.
Like,
Or it's
yeah.
like baseball, the pitcher, okay, he's
Count.
Yeah.
getting
The fastball.
Yeah. So the catcher didn't have to
The
get sick.
catcher's buzzing him in.
Curveball.
They can't steal your signs, I guess.
I guess not. I'm passing on that too.
One buzz for a fastball.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right. Well, so much for that one.
Yes.
Okay. Another cheating story, kind of. I don't know if it's cheating, but I think the guy's lying. How about that? There was a guy, he just lost his suit. He was suing DirecTV. So I heard this like, wow, he must have. He's suing it for a $70 charge. I guess it's been going on for like 2 years. How much does it cost to get a lawyer and go to trial for $70?
Yeah, that's pointless.
First off. And my phone the internet quit. But I wrote it all down. So, North Carolina man was suing DirecTV for a $70 charge. What it was he got charged for an adult movie. Actually, it was an adult channel. He says
One of
he
the
did not order it.
800,000 channels.
He said he didn't order it. He said, I called, I tried to cancel it. They said it canceled. The station stayed there. He said that his dog ordered it. His dog put his paw on the remote and ordered the channel. Now, listen, a dog can get blamed for that. Yeah. Oh, honey, it was a dog. It was a dog. We can blame the dog for passing gas. You can blame the dog for eating something off the counter. What happened to that cake? Oop, the dog got it.
I need to see the name of the channel that he picked.
I'm glad you said that. I had that down. That was good. But I don't think you can blame the dog for ordering porn. I just don't think this is gonna work.
Cat's Gone Wild.
See, I wouldn't think the dog would order that. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
In this day and age, back in my day, a dog never would have ordered that. I don't know. Another thing, it seems like if you were going to order something like that, it would be a little more difficult than just pressing a button on a remote. Maybe not, but it seems like you'd have to go into menus.
I've heard of kids doing it, playing around with it, but they've got thumbs. They can slide things
but
back.
You have to go into a menu and like select channel, or
maybe the dog was licking the phone and it like moved the icons and then he like hit really hard ones. I don't know.
I mean, that's what I would have thought too, Doug. It's like I'm sure you'd have to like by more than just by happenstance.
I mean, we've ordered video on demand movies that are out, like you don't want to go to the theater, so I'll just watch it here. And even those, like you have to go to the movie, you have to select the movie, you have to go buy, then it comes up with a little brief description, and you have to click buy again. It says, "Are you sure?" And I hit OK, and then whatever.
Oh yeah, I don't buy this story.
It's like the dog stepped on one button and it bought the Hustler channel. Come on, now I think you're full of crap.
Ironically, it was the same dog that ate his homework in 7th grade.
Yes.
Yes, it was. It's a very smart dog. Very bad dog.
Yes.
Bad. But I don't know. That's all I had with that. I don't know if you guys had anything else you wanted to.
No.
All right.
No, I don't think the dog did it.
Well, we're going to go back to kind of the Gen Z. We started there in segment 1. We're going to kind of end with some of that. I was talking to a woman that does my hair, and her son is in high school in the town that we live in. And we were just making small talk. And she said that her son, that high schoolers now, they get 5 mental health days a year. 5 days that you can just take, no questions asked. I said, that is ridiculous. And I would have loved that in school. I would have just, boom, I'm taking a week off. I'm out.
Yeah, September 1st. It's like I'm done already.
That's the bad thing. Yeah, I would have been out right away. But like, mental health days. What is? Are you serious? She's like, yep. They can just take a day. They don't have to say anything. They can just call up. I need a mental health day, and no one can question it. No one can ask. They can just stay home. What is happening at their life at this? I get it. Sometimes it's hard.
I know there are extreme cases and things like that.
I don't think it's the norm.
No.
And they've done such a good job of that. I know that they're still they don't have real bullies like when we were we had real bullies that beat you up, shoved you in lockers,
Made you shove your shirt tail in.
dress better. Greg's life coach bullied him around.
The original life
Quit
coach.
slouching. Stand up straight. Wear a button-up shirt.
Yeah, put that shirt
Put
tail
that
in.
tie on. Man, I want to dress up. Start doing better for yourself. Stop bullying me.
I'm taking a mental health day.
But I mean, like I knew kids that they got swirlies. They got their head shoved in the toilet. You had to go into the locker room and change at gym. That was a whole nother terrible
Oh
thing.
my gosh, we've talked about that.
Yes, we have. So these are all terrible things that none of that happens to you there. Now there's online bullying. I get that.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother thing. But your
Like I
mental
said,
health
I
day from
think there-
school doesn't save you from that.
Yeah, I think there are certain instances where a kid needs it, but I think it's more rare than common.
Yeah, I don't think you need to give every kid in high school 5
No.
days off of. On
No.
top of their
You have an
2
entire
weeks at Christmas,
Yeah.
their week at spring break, their
entire summer.
27 other holidays and Teachers Institute days that they get off.
Well, that's another thing, Doug. As I was telling you before we started recording today, that we were stopping in to get a drink before the podcast, and I overheard a conversation. I think it's the school here, Greg, that maybe you know about this better than I do, but somebody was saying that their kids across the entirety of the district, like from grade school through high school, I think it's either I can't remember if she said every Wednesday, but that seems excessive.
Every third Wednesday.
Third Wednesday is a half day.
Yeah, so
right?
the third Wednesday of the month is a half day just because somebody's stressed or something. I don't know.
Man.
Yeah. I don't know what that's really about. I have never really looked into it, why they get that. But, yeah, every third Wednesday of the month. I believe it's either the third or the last Wednesday, but some reason the third is sticking in my head.
I would have loved to have been in school at this time. Like I said, I would have been taking days off. I would have been doing.
I kind of quiet quit when I was in school.
I did too. I didn't say much. I just quit trying. I saw this today too on the news. They had a dog got its picture put in the yearbook.
I saw that.
Because it was like a mental health dog. Like they have this dog there that students, if they get too stressed, they can just get up and they can go to this room with the dog and pet the dog. I'd have done that all the time. Like, yeah, I'm going to go play with the dog. What class is it? Oh, you're going to trigonometry? Nope. I'm going to play with the dog. I'm
You think
out.
the dog got his picture said, "Oh, I got to do a retake."
Hit a cow leg. But it just drove me nuts. I'm like, I know
Yeah.
I'm old, but
Yeah. I don't want to be insensitive to those who really need it.
no.
That's why,
I think that's a rarity. I
Yeah.
don't think every student in high school.
right.
Again,
Or
I
every
would
kid
have
in
loved
grade
it.
school or every, yeah.
I would have taken them. I would have backed them right up the week before Christmas. I'm so stressed.
Yeah.
I'm taking these 5 days here.
Yeah.
And is it all the way through grade school and up?
This was high school. I don't know.
Was
about
it just
grade
high school?
Well, her
Kindergarten.
son was in high
Man,
school.
these A's are killing me. I got to have a mental health day. I just
Yeah,
cannot
you
do this letter A.
Say, Mom, you take 2 weeks for spring break. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's more personal days than I get at my employed job.
We get no personal days.
No.
None.
Yeah, I think I get
no
one.
health. We get no health.
Yeah, one.
no sick days. No nothing.
That's
Vacation.
nuts.
That's it. I mean, we do get vacation.
I mean, when we was in school, if you needed a mental health day, you had to get to Saturday. I mean, you had to get through Friday afternoon at 3. You're like, get a couple days off.
Yeah.
And then back when we were in school, you'd get Columbus Day off or something. So we're like, 3-day weekend. Woohoo.
Yeah.
Well, I think the best thing that we had going when I was in school is if your schedule worked out and you were a senior, you could arrange to have a late start where you could come in an hour later. But that would take
There
the
was
place
something
of like a
like
study
that,
hall
yeah.
for you.
I got
you were-
out half day on senior year because I took a work co-op, so I went to work at noon.
But you were doing something.
Yeah.
I mean, you just didn't have
Yeah.
free time. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, even in the legitimate situations where somebody needs a mental health day, where we're saying a kid is struggling or something, I think they still they've got to talk to the counselor, or they've got to do something, because just sending them home for the day, if they've got problems and they go home and they're sitting on their phone on TikTok all afternoon because they needed a mental health day, I don't think that's beneficial. To me, a mental health day should be some way of there's a mental not a mental problem, like, but they're struggling.
Taking your life coach to the golf course.
Yes.
That is a real mental health day.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just think there needs to be some guidance on it rather than just saying, oh, you can just take off because you're not feeling it today. You might be setting that kid up for more problems than than it really should be. I mean, you're putting him in an opportunity where he can go home. Maybe the parents are at work. This kid's home by himself. I don't know that that's particularly a good thing.
Or maybe the home is the cause of the
right. And it's like, so you're just turning him loose. Yeah. I think it needs to be evaluated better.
Yep, I agree with you. Well, kind of not mental health days, but we're going to move on. It's a trend on TikTok. It's called act your wage, not age, wage.
Wage, yeah.
It's these people that, and some of this might be good, some of it might be bad. I don't know.
Yeah, I had mixed feelings on this one.
I'm going to throw some stuff out here. So basically, some of this is like this woman. It says that, okay, she said, if companies want people to work harder, they'll pay them better. Well, sometimes when you start out, you're going to start low because you got to start at a wage and work your way up. They want to see what kind of work ethic you have.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally the point of an entry-level job, right? Is to get you the experience. And if you're not that experienced at the job, they're obviously not going to pay you as much as someone who is.
Right.
Well, I don't think people think there is such a thing as entry-level jobs anymore.
No.
Everything should have a living wage, no matter
I got
what
my
the job
degree.
is.
I should walk in at top pay.
So she gave some examples. She's talking. She says, "Hi, Veronica. I'm going to have you take this home and work on it tonight," Susan says, handing a policy. She goes, "Respectfully, Susan, I'd rather spend time with my family." So those were some of the ideas that she had. And she does another little video where she says, they expect her to take a call during vacation.
Which I did last week.
Yeah. Or, having a Zoom meeting at 6:30. And she goes, "Nope, I'm going to act my wage. If you want me to do that, then you would pay me for that more often." So my thoughts on this is I think that some of it is good. You do need to set boundaries because some places are going to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
To some extent.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you?
I was going to say, too, some of that stuff, I would agree. I wouldn't just, probably in every situation, just blindly follow that. But if the stuff that was expressed to you before you took the job, like if the expectations were laid out to you that, hey, you're going to have to do some of this stuff every once in a while, if that's part of literally the job description, then sorry, you're going to have to do it to ask.
Yeah.
If they laid it out, for you pretty well, then you knew going into when you took the job. But
yeah,
I mean, just to pass on certain things because you don't want to do that, I don't think that's
Now if the company is abusing it, then you got to put your foot down and stop it. Mm-hmm. But when it's maybe it's a one-off and you're doing it to be helpful or to be I just remember one guy one time at our shop many years ago. I came in one morning and it had snowed out, and we're a small business and it had snowed. So I grabbed the snow shovel and I shoveled off the entryway for the back door and up the sidewalk a little ways. And this other guy came in and he goes, "Well, I wouldn't do that." He goes, "They don't pay me to do that." And I'm like, "Well, but we're a small shop. But I'm just trying to help the people that are coming in so they don't have to traipse through the snow to get in." I mean, it's like, so once in a while, that wasn't on my job, description either to go shovel snow, but you just do it to help. I mean, if I'd acted my wage, I would have said, "All right, I'm not doing it."
Yeah. I think you need to evaluate where you're at too. Is like, what is your goals here? What are you trying to get out of this? Are you happy just where you're at and not moving forward? Because that might be a thing too. I tell my son, I have told my son this now, and he's 27, so he has his own job, but I said, always make yourself valuable to your employer. Maybe I am old and I'm a dinosaur, but if you make yourself valuable, learn, like I volunteered to learn all kinds of stuff and everything. I got hired in where I work now to do programming and work on printers, and I don't even do that. I work on, because jobs change, things move on.
Things shift.
And I can either decide, A, I don't want to do that, so I'm going to look and find myself another job and go do that. Or B, I think I like this here, so I will take on more responsibility and learn to do other things.
Different responsibility. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't just, I mean, there's been plenty of stuff I've done on my own at night or in the mornings or different times. I got paid for it. You just did it. I heard a podcast with an attorney, and he was talking about a friend of his that was a senior partner at a huge law firm. And they had a young attorney got hired on there, and he said, "Hey, just want to let you know I'm going on vacation next week. Don't call me." He told the bosses that, and he goes, "I'm not answering," and he left. And his friend told him, he goes, that guy will never be any farther along than the office he's in right now. He sunk himself when he did that. He says his friend turned to him and goes, "I'm a senior partner. I never get away from my phone." He said, "I answer my phone all the time." He said, "I have been on vacation, got an airplane ticket, and flown back." Because that's what, now he said, now granted, I'm compensated on that. That's what they expect. But he owns a private jet. He owns different things. But he's like, I didn't start out with this. He goes, I think a lot of these people think, oh, you got a yacht and a private jet and 2 homes. He goes, I'm at the beck and call of my clients. I'm my own boss. I make a lot of money. But my clients are who pay me. And so I have big clients. When they call, I have to take care of the problem right now, or they will fire me and they'll go somewhere else. And that's just the job. So I think you got to look at that kind of stuff when you go to whatever job it is. I think it's important to set boundaries, but you kind of need to look like that. You may be sinking yourself.
What would be funny in that case is the dude goes on vacation and then somebody calls in like a giant customer or some really positive thing for him, but he has to know by the end of day tomorrow, and we're not going to call him because he said don't call him on his vacation. So it could go that way too. Something really good could be happening. Don't bother me. So,
yeah. And I do, sorry, Mike.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, I do think that there are places out there that do take advantage of you, and you do have to at times say something. I worked for a place years ago, and they started wanting to do these morning meetings like once a week or something, and they wanted us to meet at a restaurant at 7, and they had these meetings, and it was basically about how you can do this or that, but they didn't want to pay you. And I went to some of them. Well, after a while I was like, you know what, no. I said, is this a mandatory meeting? No. I said, well, are we going to get paid for these meetings anymore? No, they're not mandatory, but you really need to be there. I said, no. If it's mandatory, I'll come. I mean, if you're going to pay me, that's fine. Well, you need to be there. It's important I said, if it was important for me to be there, you wouldn't mind paying me an hour's wage to come in and listen to the meeting. Because basically it was just a bunch of gripe fest about stuff. Like, I'm not coming in on my own time. They're like, will we buy you breakfast? I said, I don't eat breakfast. I'd rather have that hour to myself or start the day. Let's just start it hour early and go. So, I mean, I think you got to look at each situation on its own kind of merit and kind of make that decision. Sorry, Mike, go ahead.
I feel, you go because you had something to say.
I was going to say, so a few months ago, I got a new job, and it was a job I really wanted and a job I really like. And one of the things that makes me kind of nervous just about the general state of everything at the moment is it's all very uneasy. And if things go bad, I was kind of going off of the advice you were talking about that you would say to your son, Doug. It's like, I'm going to try to do as much as I can to make myself as versatile as possible. Because at my new job, like, I'm the lowest guy on the totem pole, right? I'm the new guy. And if I'm not valuable enough to everyone else, if the going gets tough, then, hey, I'm the lowest on the rung right now. So yeah. I know if I can't make myself valuable enough, it's not going to be good in the end.
Yeah,
so.
I think my concern with both this and quiet quitting we talked about a couple weeks ago, which was where people were going to do the minimum amount possible to keep their jobs, right?
Yeah.
And this is, I'm not going to go above and beyond to keep my job. I'm going to do my job. I'm going to do it well, but only within my limit. Well, everything is me-based. Yeah. So it's all about me.
And it's all instinct. Well, broadly speaking, me an instant gratification.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm not going to be inconvenienced at all, whether it's, I'm going to do the minimum amount or I'm going to go above and beyond. No, it's about me, and it's very selfish is the way I feel about the way. I know this isn't funny, which it's funny. It makes it okay. But
we talk about real life stuff though too. So this is real life.
I think that's a problem in society right now. Is everything is me.
Yeah.
Right now. I mean,
Yeah.
And if you do any reading or listen to any podcasts of successful people, they all go above and beyond, especially starting off. I mean, they go hard after it. They go out. They do stuff for free. I mean, I've listened to different comedians and stuff when they're trying to they'll show up. They would just go to comedy clubs and just do it they didn't get paid. It's like, no, I'm not going to get paid.
They'd be out front handing out pamphlets about the show.
Yeah.
And then go in and do the show.
Yeah. And that was them. That was how they paid to get on the show. They didn't get paid for doing the show. They like, I'll go and stand at the door, hand out stuff. Can I get 5 minutes? And they're like, yeah. Or again, you hear somebody that wants to start their own business. They'll go and it's like, I'm going to go start working for this company for free and learn the trade and learn how to do stuff and get tips and tricks.
And hopefully get that break.
Yeah.
And,
but it takes time. It's not like, I think social media, Instagram, TikTok has ruined it because people see these social influencers and like, look at that. Look at that. They just take pictures and they get to travel everywhere and work.
And they make,
when they want, they make a lot of money.
Millions of dollars.
But you know what? In reality, these people, I have seen a couple of them, and as much as I gripe about them, their whole life, I mean, they document everything, and they reshoot stuff. They have to make it look, they wanted to make it look a certain way, and everything. It's not like they're just, oh, here I am, look at this food, click, and they go. I mean, I think that they're working hard at what now, I don't understand how they make money doing that. I mean, God bless them, they can do it. I don't take anything away from them if you can get somebody to pay you for it.
Yeah, if you can get paid for it.
But it's not, they make it look glamorous and simple when, they're doing stuff like that, but they're also having to go out and, you got to hustle at it. Nothing's free. You're not going to just get something handed to you for the most part. I don't know. Wow,
yeah.
That got preachy.
Yeah. I got
Did you have
nothing.
anything else? Or?
No, I say that was straight busting fire right there.
Yeah.
The drip was real.
That is right.
Yeah.
It was savage.
Yes, that was very savage.
I wonder, we probably don't have anybody else listening, so. All right, the very last thing I saw this story. This is coming out of Tuscola. There's an exotic dancing, or a
Tuscola, Illinois?
It just says a Tuscola club. I don't know where
that's
that's
what I thought.
Herald
really?
Review.
Anyway, we'll find. There's a gentleman's club, and the exotic dancers are seeking wages and tips. It says, I'm like, what? So
I thought they already got tips.
I thought so too.
Well,
exotic dancers claim a company called Dirt Cheap, which. All right, if you go to work for a company, see now these ladies, they need to set some boundaries.
Yes.
Now I would
it's
say
in the name.
They may need to unionize or
it's
something.
in the name.
their club that they run called the Hideout Gentlemen's Club, which is always, there's not a gentleman going in there, but that's all right. And Tuscola lives up to its name by refusing to pay its dancers wages and demanding the women pay kickbacks instead to management. Said the performers. And now the performers billed as offering $20 lap dances on the club's Facebook page are suing to get back their lost wages with interest and other compensation. So they filed a class action lawsuit against this company by 40 dancers. It says that basically the company had set them up as non-employee contractors and paid them nothing. And then they got tips, but the tips they had to pay back part of that to the company, and then the company divvied that out to non-dancers and DJs as well. And says one of the lawyers who filed suit alleges the dancers performed for tips for 3 to 4 hours at a time under rules and conditions in the time slot dictated by the club. Sorry, my phone just refreshed. Blah, blah, blah. Says says that they were required to pay a mandatory fee or kickback of $10 to $30 or more for each shift worked at the club. So they'd work a shift and have to give 10 or 30 or more back to the club. Says the club also took in tips and gratuities paid to the dancers and assigned them to some of the DJs and non-dancer clubs. And it says there were times where the dancers would, when they did all that, they would end up not making anything or hardly anything. If you did that, why would you keep going to the place to dance? So it says there, the kickback payments, the repayment of all hours worked at the federal minimum wage of $7.24 an hour plus accumulated interest and legal fees. So they're trying to get at least minimum wage. But I don't frequent these clubs, so I don't know what's going on. But just the common sense part of me is like, do you want to go to an exotic club where the dancers work for a company that dirt cheap dancers? And especially since they're suing, and what they're suing for is that they want to get minimum wage. Do you want to go for the minimum wage dancer? I feel like they should be asking for more than that.
You would think so, but
maybe not. And maybe I just think a lot of myself, but if I was going to go and exotic dance, I would want more than $7.25 an hour plus tips. I probably wouldn't even get that, but I think I would want that. I just thought that was interesting. They're suing to. At first, when I read this, I thought that they were going to unionize. I thought that was what they were going to do, because that was like, that's what they need to do. Then they can picket.
They bring in the what's that called? The backups, to break
Scab.
Yeah.
Do you want scab exotic dancers? You're already at the dirt cheap run gentleman's club. Do you want the scabs that work for the dirt cheap place? These aren't the A group dancers. No. These are our scabs. You got to be pretty desperate to walk in there on that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, these women, I think they could benefit from a life coach, really.
I think they could.
They need a life coach. But they're not making any money. I don't think they're taking you on vacation.
No, not as clients or not.
No, they're not. So, all right. Well, that's all I got. I got nothing else. Greg, you got anything you want to add?
No, you weren't going to do that last story.
What last story?
The healthcare.
Oh, you know what? I forgot about that one.
Oh, that's okay.
Did you want to do it? I totally forgot about it. Or do you want to hold off?
We'll hold off.
All right. Teaser.
It's nice that we're doing podcast planning while we're on the podcast.
I apologize. I did not. I must have moved it.
There was a surcharge.
Yeah.
That's all right. We'll wait.
I see it now, but for some reason it got knocked off of my.
Just had it in my
episode
notes.
Outline.
You guys want to cut it and then?
Nah. This is real life.
That's good.
All right.
Yeah.
This is savage. This is not bussin'.
No. It's not bussin'. Or no bussin' for sure.
No. There's no bussin'. But,
we'll
hit it later.
I'm good.
All right. Well, hey, everybody, that will wrap up. Mike, did you have anything else?
Say buzz 3 times if you want to skip the segment.
Yes, just comment bussin', and we will skip that segment.
Woo! We're skipping it.
We're skipping the segment. Skip the segment.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, hey, thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Relax. Enjoy the week. Don't get upset. Don't get offended by things. Life is way too short.
I'm upset and offended.
Upset and offended.
You know what was amazing on our vacation?
No, we weren't there, but
this is one of the first trips I've taken where I had no road rage.
That is amazing.
I mean, the entire trip,
really?
I had none. I mean, I got a little frustrated in Tennessee, Kentucky. People seem to want to drive in the left lane a lot. But I just kind of went around them. I mean, it was not that big a deal. But no, I had no weird people pulling in front of me weirdly or anything like that. It was just a good trip. Nice when you can say that about a road trip.
That is.
So,
that's savage.
Anyways, I'm sorry. So, yes, it was savage. Bussin'.
Yeah. I guess this episode was just chuggy.
Yeah.
It's just chuggy.
Pretty
Chuggy.
All right. Hey, thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. We do appreciate it. And if you like the show, which this one is probably on the cusp, hit the share button. Give us a 5-star rating. Give us a review. And we hope you're tuning in 7 days. Until then, see ya.
Later.
Peace.
Well, that wraps up another episode. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe, and you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.